All right. Okay, so now let's move on to Scorpios. Hi Scorpios, how are you? Hope you guys are doing amazing and hope 2023 ends off on a good note, or has ended on a good note, and 2024 will be a prosperous, happy new year for you. Okay? All right, guys. So what is your general theme and overview for 2024? So Scorpios, you may not want to hear this, but this year is about forgiveness, forgiving not only others who maybe have hurt you or maybe don't deserve it, but also forgiving yourself, right? Because sometimes we can be really hard on ourselves and mad that we did certain things or allowed certain things, and like not know how to forgive ourselves for mistakes maybe we made, for not knowing better, you know, and just doing the best that we could at the time. So forgiveness is something that is going to be really important for you this year. So there may be a lot of people in your life or a lot of circumstances, situations this year that you're going to have to forgive. You're going to have to forgive yourself for whatever mistakes maybe you made or that you make, possibly, because we're just human. We're not perfect, and we sometimes have to give ourselves grace, and we have to give other people grace as well. And remember that we're all just trying to do our best. Yeah, some people may intentionally do things that are horrible, but we also need to like forgive ourselves for sometimes not knowing any better and dealing with things, people, places, things that maybe weren't good for us, and maybe we shouldn't have entertained it, we shouldn't have allowed it, but we didn't know any better at the time. And even if we did, just forgive ourselves to look past it and not linger in that energy that's not helping us. Okay, so forgiveness is something that you are gonna have to really like embody, embrace, or lean into in this year, which may not be easy, and maybe it's something to struggle because you're like, oh, that person deserved it, they don't deserve my apology, like I don't forgive them, they did all these horrible things to me or something. But it's easy to be in that energy, right? It's like our first, reaction, and fight or flight, and like, needing to react. That's like the easy, our first go-to reaction, but it's harder to be loving. It's harder to be at peace. It's harder to forgive. And I invite you to do what's hard this year and forgive, and not let your ego eat away at you. Don't let your ego, your pride keep you in this like stuck, dark energy, because it's not going to be helpful, and it's only going to hurt you in the end. So sometimes you have to forgive those who are not sorry, and you have to forgive yourself, for your own peace, for your own sanity. Okay? All right. So for the first 3 months of the year, my dear Scorpios, so this is January, February, and March. In these first 3 months of 2024, you may be in deep contemplation about something, at a crossroads, feeling very conflicted, confused, or not wanting to see the reality of something, or not wanting to admit the truth, maybe to yourself, or being honest. And I feel like there is something that you need to say, or that you need to do, but it's like you're choosing not to see it, or you're choosing not to deal with it right now. You're like, no, I don't want to deal with this right now. Like, I'm too overwhelmed, or I don't know what to do. Like, I need time. I'm not sure. You're very conflicted. You're stuck between maybe your mind and what's logical, and then your heart, what's genuine, what you feel in your heart and soul. And that is that battle. Your mind and then your heart, they're not agreeing, they're disagreeing. And you're like, for a moment you like lean into your mind, but then your heart starts speaking to you, but then your mind starts thinking, it starts talking to you. It's like logic and reason versus your heart and your emotion. So you may be feeling very conflicted at this time about a feeling and emotion, and whether you should attack it or approach it in a logical, practical way or an emotional way. And so you're battling between like, should I be soft and lean into this and maybe like forgive, or should I, no, this is what's right and I need to prove a point. So you may be very conflicted, and it's very hard. It may take some time. It may take the whole 3 months. I don't know, but there is something that you're not seeing, or you're choosing not to see. It's like you're avoiding it, but you already know what you need to do. You already know in your heart, in your mind, what you need to do, but maybe doing it is what's hard. And so you're choosing maybe not to see it or not to deal with it right now. But the longer you prolong it, the harder it's going to be. So it's going to be important that you make your decision, think about it. You don't need to rush, but you're going to have to blend the two, your mind and your heart. And I think you already know the truth, but you have to be honest and real with yourself. You have to be honest and real with yourself. And sometimes that's hard. It's hard. It's easier said than done. Okay? All right, so don't let your mind be your own worst enemy. So for the next 3 months, and if this is involving a person, possibly it could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and you and this person may not be seeing eye to eye, or you may not know how to talk to this person or communicate or put your feelings, your thoughts into words. And so that's where you're like, I don't know how I'm going to say this. What should I say? Like, it may be a little bit difficult. Okay, then in the next 3 months of 2024, so this is April, May, June, at this time, it's about growing, collaborating, getting into maybe you're joining a group club organization, or maybe you're spending more time in a group club organization with like-minded people, or people you work with, or you share hobbies, creativities with. Your work may be expanding, you may be making more money, or you're working on how to make more money by collaborating, working with others, sharing ideas. You could be forming like a team or a group of people that you can build and grow together, possibly. Like, let's say maybe you work alone usually, maybe you're hiring an assistant, or maybe you have someone else who's going to be helping you with something. So the team, the business could be growing, your career, your money could be growing, as well as you maybe include other people, or as you join and have more help or assistance, possibly. So this time is very centered around your work, school, career, finances, joining a group, study group, a club, organization, working together, expanding, sharing ideas, maybe spending time with like-minded individuals who are in the same career field or interested in the same things as you. Okay, and it doesn't have to be just money, career, finances. Like, maybe you and a relationship, maybe you and someone, or you yourself, you're growing, you're thinking more logically and practically, you're expanding your world, you're adding more things that you want to do in your environment, or you're trying to see and find practical ways in your life that you can grow, that you can expand. Okay? All right, and there could be an earth sign in your life, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, who is helping you or giving you ideas, okay? But I feel like this is about growth, expansion, and very centered around work, school, stuff like that. Or you and your person, if you're with someone, you guys could be going into business together, or you're working on something together, okay? All right, and then in the next 3 months of 2024, so this would be July, August, September. Okay, so at this time, Scorpios, there may be some deceit, some shadiness happening in your life. So it could be within a relationship, whether it's romantic, family, friends, doesn't matter. There could be someone who's not being real or honest, and hopefully it's not you, because it can be you. Maybe you're the one that's not being really faithful, you're not being honest, truthful, but it could be someone else, okay? And if it is someone, it might be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, although it doesn't have to be. It could be any other sign, like I always say to you guys. But I feel like there is, you may realize there's some deceitfulness in your life. Someone is not being loyal, someone is not being truthful, someone is lying, or someone is not giving you the full story. Or maybe there's a rumor going around, or someone lied to you, or maybe there's a shady business deal happening. So you got to be really careful, read between the lines, read every fine print. Like, maybe someone may try to steal money from you, or scam you, or something like that, or a relationship, someone's lying, cheating, betrayal, or someone's talking bad behind your back. Okay, there's some kind of deceitfulness, someone wearing a false mask, not being who they are, not being who they say they are, catfishing. Okay, very deceitful energy. So you got to be careful at this time. And I'm not saying that to be paranoid, so don't be paranoid. Not everyone that you encounter at this time is like trying to cheat you or be deceitful, but you will know if you're experiencing this, or whoever this person is, you will just feel like something is off. So I would be wary, and if you feel like something's off, or you feel like something's not right, I would kind of look into it, because there's a reason why you're feeling that way. But also, don't get too in your head and then you get paranoid about everybody, okay? You don't want to go crazy either. So just be aware of that. And I would also, if something is not clear or someone's not being clear about something, there's always a reason why they're not being very clear, and you want to look into that. Okay, if you feel like there's missing information, look into it so you can maybe spot it before something, you know, gets worse. All right. And then when it comes to the last 3 months of the year, so this is October, November, December, at this time, I feel like you kind of get everything back in order. Okay, you're feeling powerful, you're feeling confident. Whatever little thing or whatever could have happened in the previous 3 months, you settled it. It is what it is, but you're feeling like yourself again. You're feeling confident, empowered. You got your kingdom, you're an empire set. You may be feeling like you handled the situation the right way. So whatever that could have happened earlier in the year, you handled it like a champ, and you're sitting on your throne, and you seem to be very on top of everything. You could also be dealing with an Aries in your life at this time, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or maybe you have Aries somewhere in your chart, or there could be someone like maybe a masculine figure in your life, or a father, or a boss, manager, someone who's kind of like of authority, leader, is helping you. But this could be also your energy, like you're becoming very much so a leader, in charge of your life, in charge of your, you know, whatever is going on at this time. And there could be maybe a father figure in your life who is guiding you, helping you, or you're really close with this person at this time. But it does feel like your energy and your actions are in the right place. You know what you need to do. You're getting it done. There's no excuses. And you're very empowered and confident in your skills and your abilities. Okay. So it just feels like you got everything handled, and whatever that could have happened, it helped you realize where maybe there's missing little things and where you need to okay, I got to make sure I protect this, or I don't let that happen again. Okay. So very, very good. At least you end off the year on a good note. What else? Yes, and I think you're in pretty much good spirits, and your energy is very strong at this time. Okay, like you're a force to be reckoned with now. Like at this point, like people are gonna know not to mess with you, not to F with you. They'll be like, ooh, don't mess with Scorpio. Like, no. They're gonna know like not to ever like try anything. Okay. All right. So Scorpios, I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful. Thank you so much for being here, for watching. We're going to continue on an extended reading that will be linked below. If you enjoyed this reading, enjoyed my style of reading, we're going to look into your health, your career, work, finances, and your love, romance, dating, or relationships for the whole year of 2024. And we'll look into an advice for each area of life. Okay, so if you're interested in that, that will be linked below in your extended, and I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for your next reading. All right, take care.